following show contains adult content. It's not our intent to offend anyone, but we want to inform you that if you are a child under the age of 18 or get offended easily, this next show may not be for you. The content, opinions, and subject matter of these shows are solely the choice of your show hosts and their guests, and not those of the Entertainment Network or any affiliated stations. Any comments or inquiries should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for listening.
Sitting down and designing, why every man never thinking, what are we gonna be wearing? Yo, I'm a Liverpool MC, you can't trust me, big up the girls inside the party, let's get down to crazy Jimmy, big up myself and known as Alfie, the one and only, the Turkish MC.
Always love the clothes of Jimmy.
Bitch, I'm your one I wanna be, Jimmy Star's new celebrity.
We'll take you out to Jimmy Star's.
Hey ho, what's up everybody? Welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, bringing you the good times in music, fashion, pop culture, and entertainment. We got a great show for you guys today. It's going to be a lot of fun. I think you're going to enjoy it. And before we get started, we got a couple things that we're going to do, but I'm going to start off by introducing my cool, outrageous man about town co-host, Mr. Ron Russell, who's pretty in pink.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to punch you right in your face. I'm pretty in pink, you little fruit.
What's my favorite movie?
Yeah, that's because you're a big fruit. Speaking of fruit, what I'm eating is what they call witch's fingers. See these little black grapes? Let me put them in my shirt. See? Don't jump to conclusions. I saw this on the floor, and I thought Astro made a poop because that looks like Astro's poo-poo. And I was about to yell at my dreamboat, the love of my life, my dog of dogs. And then I realized that Jimmy, when he brought the grapes over,
dropped one.
One must have dropped. So, folks, don't jump to conclusions in life. Research things before you open your big fucking mouths and make a stupid asshole of yourself. You know? I mean, if I would have yelled at my dog and my dog didn't make a poop, I would have been so heartbroken. So here we go.
Astro can do no wrong. Astro can do no wrong. He could shit all over the whole house and I wouldn't care.
Astro can shit in my face. I don't care. I love that dog. He could piss on my nose. I don't care. I love that dog so much. You have no idea how much. Out of all the dogs I've had in my life, which are 30 or 40, because I had dogs since a kid, I love all my dogs. But Astro, for some reason, I think is a reincarnation of my dog Scooby. Yeah. Anyway, these are delicious. They're called witch's fingers. Woo.
So what's up, chat room? A lot of people are in the chat room. Let's say hi, Teresa Sabin, Cindy Lady Lake, Angela Joseph, who just got a promotion. Congratulations.
What's your promotion for? Angie, what's your promotion for?
She's working on the military base, like, I don't know, full-time at the military base.
What are you doing on the military base?
Not military base, on the space base.
Oh, the space. So the astronauts are happy with you, huh, Ron?
Yes. Cindy Lady Lake is there. Stefan Bell is in there. I don't know who else is in there because it went by too fast. Hold on, let me go back.
So wait, Angie, baby. Maybe you're going to wind up marrying an astronaut and going to the moon.
Oh, B. Claudia's in the chat room. Hey, B.
Or maybe you'll meet an astronaut who'll make love to you and send you to the moon.
Space base. Yeah, she's now working full-time at the space
base.
She's working full-time at the space base. Anyway, we got a really fun show for you guys today. We have actors and filmmakers and producers, Katie and Harley Wallen, who have a brand new film that we're going to the premiere for next Wednesday after the show.
Cannot wait.
And then we have Hal Sparks, comedian, actor, musician, TV personality.
I got dirt on that whole Queer as Folk show because I met all of them. And I'll tell you who I liked on that show and who was a son of a bitch. There was one on that show that I would have spit in his face if I had the opportunity to do so. But since I'm not of that nature, I don't do those things.
And he's been in a lot. He's got a lot more than Queer as Folk going on too. So he's going to be a lot of fun. We've been following each other on social media for years, and I'm super happy to bring him on the show. Also, we moved our angle.
Yes. Oh, my grapes. Thank you. Now I'm going to pan up to show you. Woo! That's the Christmas guy. Look at him.
Krampus.
Woo!
He's not plugged in.
And that's my alien, who's my uncle. I call him Uncle. What do I call him? Here he goes. I love my uncle.
Take me to your leader.
And then that's that ugly.
Ghostface.
Yeah, who's that thing with the
Scream.
white face?
Oh, this one?
No, the
That's
white
Jason.
face one.
That one is Ghostface from Scream. And there's Jason from Friday the 13th. And there's a big old Darth Vader. And there's C-3PO. And there's Leonardo from the Ninja Turtles.
See, we're getting ready for Halloween, folks, because we love Halloween, because we're really children at heart. And guess what? We're going to Madame Tussauds Wax Museum in Hollywood. We're guests of honor, which I'm thrilled about. They've invited us back for the second year, and we will be on the rooftop penthouse partying
On October 28th.
On October 28th. So come and party with us, folks. The money that you buy on the ticket goes to St. Jude, a children's
You want
hospital.
me to get rid of these?
We put them on. I'm not going to eat grapes on the whole show. What if I look like Julius Caesar? Oh. Anyway, last year the event was fabulous. Everybody came dolled up, dressed up, looking incredible. The rooftop is beautiful, and the food was, what do you expect for 500 people? But it was all right. It was edible, and I had a great time. So I'm looking forward to doing it again. When is it, Jimmy?
October 28th. And you
At
can go to
Madame
Hollywood Hotness.
Tussauds Wax. And the nice part is, after you buy your ticket, you can go to the Wax Museum and see all the movie stars and famous celebrities that have been done in wax.
Yes. It's,
And the ticket is what, $35?
yeah, I don't exactly know. Something like
Something
that.
like $35 a person, which is a joke. I mean, you get food, you get Madame Tussauds wax dummies, and you get to see Jimmy and
A lot of other cool celebrities.
and a
will be
lot
there.
of other cool
All you have to do is
celebrities.
Google
Notice-
Hollywood Hotness.
You know what? I need a neck job. Look at my neck. It's getting old.
No.
See, years ago, they used to cut it back here. You look like a puppet. Now they make a slice down the middle and they seam it this way. So you don't have that puppet look. I'm going to do that. I'm going to get rid of this.
No.
I don't like it. Look at it. It's ugly.
That's funny as shit.
I don't like aging, by the way, folks. I'm having a lot of trouble with it. But then again, I don't know anybody who likes aging. Nobody's looking
They
forward
said if you
to
sit
it.
up straight, you won't have that wrinkle.
Oh, yeah, bullshit. Bullshit. It's called chicken skin. Like a turkey.
Oh, here, don't hold that for a second. Bee's taking a picture of us. Hang on.
Hey.
She wants us to look all nice. There you go. She says, don't move for a second. You got it, Bee? All right.
I hate phony smiling pictures. Oh.
So real quick, you guys.
Let me sit up. It doesn't do anything for my neck, but it makes my tits go up. My chest, my pecs.
You know, if you sit up straighter, we have to go up higher because our head gets cut
See, now I'm
off.
sitting up straight. But look, it's still hanging. Look, it's like two testicles hanging in my throat. They look like little skinny testicles. Look.
All right, everybody. So real quick, we want to thank everybody for tuning in every week. We've had some really great guests in the last couple of weeks. We got some great guests coming up, and we've got great guests today. You can hear the show every week on iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, iTunes, Spotify, Amazon Music,
Now, shut up and look at this.
YouTube, Google.
Shut up. Look at
no,
this. No, look at this. Look at this.
no, you can't interrupt
I
the
look
commercial.
I look 40 instead of 82.
No.
Oh, look, I'm going to have it done. today.
YouTube, Google Podcasts, Radio Public, TuneIn, Pandora, Amazon Prime, and SoundCloud.
Yasm.
And you look fabulous just the way you are.
Fuck you. I look fabulous. You know, you're so full of shit.
Oh, Dave Hughes says you're messing with your balls again.
Yeah, that's what they look like. You know what? There's an old joke. A movie star, a male movie star, had his face lifted so many times his balls are now in his neck. But it was about a woman. I forgot who. Let's say Joan Crawford. Joan Crawford had so many facelifts, her pubic hair now is a goatee.
You gotta love it.
This friggin' guy, would you get your hands out of my head? Oh, I hate him.
That's Krampus. That was my last year's birthday present. No, 2 years ago's birthday present, right? 2 years ago. 2 years ago's birthday present.
That
So-
it was.
You gotta love it. So we're gonna take a quick music break, and when we come back, we're gonna have our new guests, our great guests coming on. We're gonna play real quick Young Zuck's "Let It Go" because he just texted me, so I thought we would play it.
Where are you, Zuck? You're supposed to come out to Palm Springs. You two-bit phony.
And so enjoy it, you guys. This
You
is,
and that other thing.
This is
That zigzag. What's his name?
Zach.
Zach. Zigzag Zach.
All right,
Two phony balonies from Hollywood. You're supposed to come to Palm Springs, and you're not coming.
they're coming. So anyway, here it is, everybody. Young Zuck, Let It Go, and we'll be back with Harley and Katie Wallen.
Don't tell me let it go. Yeah, woke up on a Sunday, thinking it was Monday. Can't remember last night, I just remember one day. Model on the runway, searching for the one thing. I'm just trying to kick back and maybe have a fun day. Don't tell me let it go. On the road, at the show, just for show. When you're only feeling down, you let me know. Don't tell me let it go. On the road, at the show, just for show. When you're only feeling down, you let me know. Like a model on the runway, searching for the one thing. Can't remember last night, but I know it was a fun day. Woke up on a Sunday, thinking it was Monday. I wanna do it all again. Remember just that one day. Don't tell me let it go. On the road, at the show, just for show. When you're only feeling down, you let me know. Don't tell me let it go. On the road, at the show, just for show. When you're only feeling down, you let me know. Don't tell me let it go. I did ditch you 'cause I had to get my time right. Feeling so good, see my pictures in the spotlight. You know it's through, you messed up too. Whenever you call, it's not going through. And now we're rocking at the show up in the nighttime. Feeling so blessed, like an Ivy from the lifeline. I'm up past two, I'm all drunk too. And that's just the truth, I woke up on a Sunday, thinking it was Monday. Can't remember last night, I remember one thing. Model on the runway, searching for the one thing. I'm just trying to kick back and maybe have a fun day. Don't tell me let it go. On the road, at the show, just for show. When you're only feeling down, you let me know. Don't tell me let it go. On the road, at the show, just for show. When you're only feeling down, you let me know. Don't tell me let it. Heart overload, heart made it go. Play my cards right, yeah, I will never fold. Gotta let it go, but you won't let me go. Baby, there's no faking, let my true emotions show. Trying to balance thoughts, put me in a different place. Find myself, I'm being lost, I'm on the straightaway. Now I'm on the coast, chilling in another state. Cheers, let's make a toast. I woke up on a Sunday, thinking it was Monday. Can't remember last night, I remember one thing. Model on the runway, searching for the one thing. I'm just trying to kick back and maybe have a fun day. Don't tell me let it go. On the road, at the show, just for show. When you're only feeling down, you let me know. Don't tell me let it go. On the road, at the show, just for show. When you're only feeling down, you let me know. Don't tell me let it.
Yay. That's Young Zuck, Let It Go, everybody. Now we're going to bring on our first
Remember,
guest.
he's the nicest kid. You know, we know him really well. He's a good friend of ours. And he's so respectful to Jimmy the old man. He treats Jimmy the old man very nicely.
I have to say, you guys, he sends me text messages every week to see it because we haven't been going out,
And me,
because of my knee.
he treats like a young man.
And he checked in.
With hanging balls.
He sent me a message today. How's my knee? How's it going? Hope they're going to see us soon. All
Lovely,
kinds of stuff,
lovely
so.
young person. I wish all the young kids today had his class, finesse, and good manners.
I do too. So let's bring on our first
Yeah, let's
guest.
bring on Harley.
And Katie.
And Katie.
Hey!
Hi, Katie.
Hey,
Hey, you guys.
The reason
how's
I
it been? It's been too long.
Yes.
The reason I did that bank robbing joke is
Nobody knows the bank robbing joke.
oh, I did a bank robbing joke before we went on the air with Harley. I asked him, "Have you robbed any banks lately?" He said, "No, not lately." Somebody once said to me, "Where does Harley get all that money from so quickly to make movies?" And I said, "He robs banks." You know, what the fuck am I going to say to them? Do I know that you launder Russian money? I don't know that.
The secret is make a good movie so you get returns.
There you
Yeah,
go.
But these idiots don't get it, Paul.
I
They
know.
don't get it.
They just don't get
So
it.
hang on, we got to do our intro, you guys. Now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, the incredibly talented, super married team, actors, producers, directors. They're so fabulously talented and wonderful. Harley and Katie Wallen.
very
Hello,
nice
and welcome to the show.
Mostly nice people, but Katie, I got to tell you something. Put lipstick on, please. Could you put some color? You have no lipstick. You need lip. You know me with lipstick. I am a fanatic. There's three things a woman must always remember: lipstick, lipstick, and lipstick. You know why? I tell
Why
people
is that?
I'll tell you why. If you open a woman up, her vagina inside is pink.
Oh my God.
No, wait. No, this is scientific. The lips are pink. If a woman puts lipstick on, her mouth represents her vagina, and men get turned on. Marilyn Monroe and all the glamour girls of Hollywood use red lipstick with lip gloss. Why? It looked like a wet vagina. So, no, why you were so shy? You know, people talk about these things today. I mean, we speak about.
You look so gorgeous. Tell him to go screw himself.
No. I love her face. I'm just missing that she doesn't have lipstick on.
So Harley, take your camera and push it up a little teeny bit so we don't lose the top of your head.
Right.
All right. Let me fix that.
There we go. There we
Okay.
go.
Now you give us total head.
That's how I do it.
What did you expect on this show?
Oh, yeah.
Nursery rhymes? So let's get to the movie. Am I going to be bored to death with this one and sitting in pain or what?
Oh no, not this one.
Katie, you're in it? Katie's in it?
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm in it.
I don't know.
We're
of
actually
course.
a married
Ooh.
couple in it.
We play a married couple for the first time ever.
Ever.
Oh, I want to see that. We're going to come Wednesday, you know.
That's
Yeah, I'm
fabulous.
excited about that. That's very
Mhm.
cool.
Oh, we do the show and then we
Actually,
hop in the car and shoot to LA to see your movie.
We haven't actually seen you guys since before COVID, I don't think.
Right.
I know.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
we
it's
did
been a
good.
long time.
You lost weight, right?
I think it
Yes,
was
he has lost weight.
I think it
He
was
looks
Sue
handsome.
Wong.
Oh yeah, so that was a long time ago. That's like
But
Yeah.
Holly, you look handsome. What are you doing Thursday night at around 11? Ditch the old lady. Try
So hang
something
on.
different.
So you guys,
Old lady.
Try something different.
So
An
first-
old queen.
hang on, you guys. First of all, what we're talking about is Ash and Bone. You guys, they have a brand new film. It's called Ash and Bone. The premiere is next
What's
Wednesday.
it called?
Ash and Bone.
Ash and bone.
Yes,
Indicates cremation.
but we don't know.
Yeah,
Has
it's
anything to do with
pretty
cremation?
much it's about death. Yeah, I mean it's the
Oh, I
inspiration
can't
for it
wait.
was the early 2000s, Wrong Turn, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, that style of films, but with a newer take with a little bit more story. So yeah, I think it's a really fun ride. That's for sure.
Oh, I can't wait.
So
till
you guys
Wednesday.
play a married couple.
Wait, can we buy it now? Can people buy it now?
No, it's not out
You
yet.
can pre-order it now.
Where
It's
can you
available
pre-order it?
Best
Wait.
Buy.
Best Buy, Barnes and Noble. It's coming Walmart, Target, Amazon.
How much is a copy?
I
Depends
think
on the site, but-
$19.99. I saw something
Oh,
like
that's
that.
cheap. So 10 people can watch it for $20.
Actually, you
That's right.
guys
Very good.
say hi to everybody in the chat room.
Hey guys.
Hey,
Actually, Angela Joseph is in the chat room, and she just wrote it's
Oh,
got fantastic reviews and write-ups on Ash and Bone. Great job. Sounds super creepy, horror-filled, and scary.
yes.
It's good.
Angela Joseph is out there, making it with all the astronauts.
Yes.
Looking at
No,
space
really.
camp.
When the astronauts go to the moon, they're going to take her along for service. A men get lonely up on the moon.
So here's some of the people in it. I didn't write everybody
Look at
down.
Katie, you know me. Come on. What are you acting like you're
But
shocked?
she hasn't seen you in like 3 years, so she
It's
forgot.
been a long
You
time.
know what? I love Katie. Katie has a wonderful sense of humor. I mean, we have
She's a fabulous actor.
we
you
have
guys.
oh, she's a great actress. She's a wonderful actress. But we've had a lot of fun together. We really have with our silly shit.
Yes.
So hold on, let's go back. Ash,
Lipstick. You need lipstick.
Ash and Bone. Ash and
I
Bone.
got you, man.
Ash and Bone, you guys. First of all, besides Harley and Katie Wallen,
Who's in it?
who are
Yeah.
in it,
Who's in it?
has Jamie Bernadette, who was on our show
Yeah.
about a month ago, I think. She's fabulous.
Yeah.
Everybody loves her. I wrote down some other names because they're people I actually know. Erica Hovland, because we met her at one of your
Yes.
other movie premieres. She's gorgeous.
Mhm.
Yes.
And Mel
Yes, she's
Novak.
fantastic.
Yeah, Mel Novak, who we've met at a bunch of your premieres.
Yeah.
Calhoun Koenig, who I think she's in all your films, right? Because or a lot of your films, because
Many of them, yes.
we've met her and her mother, and they were at the Sue Wong party with us also
Yeah.
at
Yes.
that Sue Wong
Word,
party.
yeah.
And then I wrote down Angelina Danielle Kama because she plays like I guess your daughter or somebody's daughter.
Yes, she does. Yeah, she's fantastic in it.
Mhm.
She's gorgeous too. She's very cute. So tell
Yes,
us a
she
little
is.
bit about the premise, and then what I did is I downloaded a trailer off of YouTube. I hope it's an okay one.
Well, I want to
And
ask
we're
you.
gonna play it.
Now, let's get serious here. I want to ask you a serious question.
Let's just keep it on the movie because
I'm keeping it on the movie.
Okay.
You cocksucker, leave me alone. My God, you don't leave me alone.
well, he
this fool.
changes
I
subjects
tell
a
you,
lot.
faggots don't stop. They just go after you like vultures. I don't like blood and gut movies that haven't got a story. I hope your movie has a story and then blood and gut.
Yeah, I believe in the Hitchcock style of making a film
Yeah.
that the death is not the culmination, the death is the end of horror. So for me, the chase, the hunt, and all that stuff is a lot more important. The story behind it, so that there's a reason that you attach yourself to the characters. If all you care about is dumping blood on people and having a
Yeah.
huge kill count, it's going to be a garbage film.
Yep.
That's what they do. You know, the same shit. 10 people in a room, one by one, they all get killed disgustingly. I'm
Yeah.
so bored with that. Katie, I
Yeah.
hope you don't get killed in this film.
Oh, don't tell us.
Don't tell us. But I really don't want to see anybody I know get killed.
Actually, in the chat
I
room,
mean, Harley can get killed. He's a man. Who cares? But
Right.
a pretty girl like you, we don't want to see killed.
so first of all,
That's right.
Angela Joseph wrote, "Poor Katie, laugh out loud." She was on our show 2 weeks ago, and she said, "Imagine your mom watching while Ron is ribbing you. He's the best," because her mom was in the chat room while we were doing it, and he was talking
You
about
know-
her boobs.
You know something? In Italian, which I am, we say, "Che non sprezza no- who doesn't love you doesn't tease you." And it's
Oh, yeah.
true.
That is true.
I tease you, it's because I care. There are people I don't give a shit about. And when I meet them, I say, "Hi, nice to see you." Like in my underbreath, "Fuck you." And I think, well, but when I like people, I tease them. I've done that all my life. And that's why I'm successful as a stand-up comic. And our show has 1 billion downloads, 5 million viewers, and we just won an award for being number 11, the best podcast show. So kiss our ass a little. We're big stars.
No, that's
guys. That's
definitely
great.
awesome. And you
Yeah.
know what's really cool? Every single premiere since Betrayed that we've done in LA, you guys have been there, and that means
We're
a lot.
fans. We're
I
fans.
really
fans.
appreciate it.
We're fans.
We
of
love
you
what
guys.
you guys
I like
do.
your movies. We're fans. No, we got invited to.
We're
100
fans of you too.
We are.
Wait, we got invited to 1 million red carpets and movies. We don't go because we know that I can't sit through them. My ass hurts. No, really, because I'm bored to death, and I have to be polite. And then after in the lobby, the people come over. "Ron, what did you think? What are you going to say about my movie?" And then I say, "Oh, I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet." Because I really want to say it stinks, but I won't do that. I'll never
Yeah.
down.
Plus, we had a few that Ron fell asleep and was snoring in them, and the people whose movie it was were right in front of him.
Oh no.
I couldn't help it. I'm old. Old people fall asleep and snore. You know that.
It's funny. So I want to say, Dave.
I've never fallen asleep on any of your movies.
Dave Hughes in the chat room also.
Thank
He's
you.
from the UK. He's a big music guy. He said he just watched the trailer and the musical
Oh, are we going to watch a
accompaniment and
trailer?
the sound is
Do
awesome.
we have a trailer?
Yeah, we're going to
Thank
watch
you,
the
thank
trailer.
you.
So
Oh,
tell
what
us
do
a
we
little
Let's do
bit.
it.
Tell us what you can tell us about the premise of the film without giving anything away, and then what we'll do is play the trailer. For
I want to
everybody.
see the trailer.
So we
Oh, shit,
play
lipstick.
the parents of Angelina, and she's a rebellious teen, and she's not my first wife. So Angelina is not real happy about our relationship and is rebelling against us. I had this great idea that I'm going to take her up north where I used to go as a kid with my family and
Try to make things work.
try to make things work. Unfortunately, we run into the McKinleys, and I'm telling you right now, Jimmy Doom and Erica Hovland will be at horror cons for the rest of their lives, signing pictures of themselves because they're incredible. I just hats off to them, just amazing.
I can't wait. I really like Erica. She was so cool. I don't know which one of your premieres we met her at, but she was super cool, and she's like,
Yeah,
she's like gorgeous, and you don't expect her to be evil. So when people see her in real life, if she's evil in this, people will never like get that.
Years ago, the greatest Betty Davis was evil, and she was beautiful. I thought, as Joan Crawford, they were all evil women in their movies. Not evil like demons, but evil like bitchy women. Like the joke that's going around. Have you heard that joke? A guy's on his first date, and he says to the girl, "And how long have you been a woman?"
Oh,
Do you love it? I think that's hysterical.
that makes me think of Austin Powers. It's a man.
Yes,
baby.
that's right. All right, so what we're gonna do, Juan, cue up the trailer
let's see
for
that
Ash and
trailer.
Bone. Katie, you introduce it. Say,
Yes.
introduce the
There we
trailer,
go.
and after you introduce it, Juan's gonna play it, and we'll be right back.
All right. Well, here you go, guys. I hope you enjoy this trailer for Ash and Bone.
Yay!
You ain't from around here, are you?
So what do you guys do for fun around here?
You're looking at it.
No haunted cemeteries? Maybe an old barn or something?
There is the McKinley.
Where is it?
People around here don't really like to talk about it.
They're creepy.
Well, we do have our share of issues out here, Mr. Vanderbilt.
But do you know the story about William Tell?
You should stay still.
Real still.
You try anything, and I'll cut your daughter's head off with a pair of scissors, and she will feel every second of it.
She's really getting under my skin.
Yay! The cinematography looks great. I'm not familiar with Jimmy Doom.
Thank
I'm gonna have
you.
to look him up because he looks creepy as heck.
I gotta tell you, folks,
Yeah. And
everybody
Erica
else-
does not look like herself at all.
Yeah, she doesn't look like I didn't even recognize her.
hang
Yeah.
on, hang on. Here comes the review. Everybody out there, buy this. Play it Halloween for your guests. It
Yes.
looks like
There you
really
go.
it looks like a really scary movie. But I don't like you all bloody and chain. You didn't have lipstick on. What's wrong with you?
I actually did have lipstick on.
And false eyelashes and a push-up bra.
I think he's mixing you up with Denise.
Probably.
She did not have lipstick.
No,
No, Denise did not have lipstick on.
I love it.
no, it looks good. It looks juicy. I like it.
Thank you. Yeah,
I think
it's
it looks
a really good run. And I'll tell you too, Jamie, Mason, and Angelina, that trio is also incredibly good. Really, really love them doing their little, urban exploring out in the countryside, getting themselves in trouble.
I love it. So let's move and talk about it because you guys are so busy. I went down your IMDb. I was like, look at all this shit. And I follow both of you guys on Instagram and on Facebook. So I see all the different stuff. You just wrapped the movie Finding Nicole, which I know it'll take a while for that to come out. But you're working with some very cool people. And actually a lot of these people we met through you. Now we know them. Richard Tyson, Sean Whalen. We already know Vita Gaffari and Deborah Lamb. But through Finding Nicole, so that was, and you were Nicole, right, Katie?
Yes, I was.
That's a heavy duty, that's not a horror movie, right? That's a heavy duty, family. What do you call it? Husbands beat up their wife kind of movie.
It's a true story, and it was covered on Inside Evil, and it's a really, the fact that Nicole is still alive today to tell her story is almost to the point that it's so amazing how many times she could have been gone. It's
From
a
what?
really wild ride.
Hang on.
Domestic abuse.
Our viewers have to know what you're
From
talking
domestic
about.
abuse, right? It's
Her
domestic
husband,
abuse.
her husband used to beat her up.
Yeah, he's in prison, and
Prison. You know, in Brooklyn, what they used to do to them? Shoot them and throw them in the East River.
yeah.
So
I'm not lying. That's the truth.
That's the
Yeah,
I was just
when
going to
you
say.
think about the statistics, 1 in 3 women will be assaulted by an intimate lover in her lifetime. 1 in 7 men will be assaulted by an intimate lover in their lifetime. This is epidemic type of stuff.
Yes.
And we just sweep it under the rug. So this was
Yeah,
an important film to make for that reason.
Jimmy tried to sexually assault me once, and I punched him in the face. He was out cold for a month.
Yeah, right.
Faggots, they fall
So-
apart easy. You hit a queen, they dismantle.
So, Katie, though, that was a film that I'm really excited about it because I saw a lot of the pictures and stuff that you did from it. But you're going to, that's giving your acting chops something that you haven't quite had the opportunity. You've done a lot of heavy duty roles, but this is heavy duty in a different way.
Oh, definitely. I would say the closest one would be Betrayed, the human trafficking movie that we made here
Oh, I
back in
remember that one.
2017.
You were in a cage in that one.
Yes, but
They
that's
had
not
to-
like it was. They're awful in their own way. This was a growth for me as an actress, as a person. This really opened my eyes to the really what I thought was me not seeing this stuff happen around me, but it's me not paying attention to the signs, knowing
Stop.
what is actually happening around
Stop!
me.
You're giving away the plot. The
I'm
movie.
talking about the growth as an actress and as a human being.
Oh, you're not
right now.
talking about Ashes and Bone and
No,
Ashes.
this is Finding Nicole. It's a new
This
movie
is
that
Finding
just
Nicole.
finished.
Oh, you're going too fast for an old man. My brain doesn't function.
And actually, though, this is a public story, right? Like you guys got a
Yes.
script
Yeah.
based on a true life story that actually happened. So everybody,
Yeah,
was
Nicole, the actual Nicole was on set with us almost every day. She was involved with writing the script with us and everything. It's been a really cool journey.
because you guys do so
Said
many
that-
moves.
Said that she had to relive that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think
Reliving it.
yeah, she has something called the Enough Initiative. She goes to high schools, talks to kids
Yeah.
about red flags, and helps people sort themselves out.
I love it. So I think it's fantastic. Okay, so do you guys have a TV show on Tubi too that had a season?
Yeah, we have a TV series called Tale of Tales, takes place in a strip club. We had some distribution issues with that one, so we switched distributors, and it's about to be back up again on Amazon and Tubi and a few other places very, very shortly. But yeah,
Okay,
that was
I saw something on IMDb that said season 2, and I was like, "What happened to season 1?" Because I remember everybody talking about it. You had a lot of people talking about it, and then I went to look for it, and I didn't see it, and I was like, "I don't know what happened to it." But Tale of Tales, and one reason I'm familiar with it, besides the fact that you guys are involved, was that Jan Birch is in it. You know, and we're pretty
Jan is
cool.
amazing in it.
Yeah, Jan is
I think it's one of his best performances.
I agree.
Yeah.
Jan and I have spoken about getting out of these horror movies and going into feature films, because Jan is really a superb actor, and he can
He's
do
fantastic.
he can do feature films, which brings me to segue into I will be in a movie soon, which is a feature film to go to theaters, not Walmart. And opposite me is the guy from Star Wars. What's his
Mark
name?
Hamill.
Mark Hamill is playing with us. I have a major part in this movie, and I'm going to win an Oscar, an Emmy, and a Golden Globe all at once.
Listen to him.
One of each.
No, anyway, we shoot it January 10th in Nevada. I'm excited. I can't wait to go. I'm working. Jimmy is working his ass off. He's got 3 or 4 movies he's producing, and I'm in about 6 movies coming up in the next year. So I'm very selective now at what I do. I'm not doing those $2 movies anymore.
Yeah, that's smart.
With-
By
with
the way, you
$2
missed one of ours that Jan is in. We made a vampire movie called Beneath Us All with Jan, Sean, and
Maria
Maria
Olsen.
Olsen.
We've had all 3 of them on our
Well,
show.
I told Jan, I say, you're too good looking, you're too good of a talent to waste time on $2 movies. Really, you got to get in there and do good films.
Wait,
I encourage him all the time.
Wait a second. Where's Benny? Because
Wait, hang on, shut up. In fact, Jimmy's got him in one of his movies, which is a feature film. So Jan will be in the feature film.
He's in a lot of feature films.
He's
Well,
in
Listen, what I
all
call
of
a
our,
feature film
he's
is
in almost all of our feature films.
Yes,
right,
and yours are great.
I call a feature film where you go to a theater and pay a ticket to sit
Yeah,
down. and-
Beneath Us All is the guaranteed theatrical. We're closing a deal as soon as I get back from LA on that one.
Wait a second.
And
Tell us,
Ash and-
Sean Whale.
Ash
Okay.
and Bone was supposed to be a theatrical, but they were originally going to release it in August, and they did not want to do a theatrical going up against all the big guns in October. So
Halloween ends to kill
Yeah,
it for
you're right.
everybody.
yeah. So we
one thing that's
downsized
super
the
cool,
release.
One thing that's super cool about all you guys, all your films, is that you're very good with the distribution. I mean, I've seen like times where you like put posts up and, you know, like they sold through all the Walmarts and they're going through the second printing. I mean, you guys are really killing it with that. Actually, You guys are like your own self-contained movie-making machine. You're probably one of the only groups of people. There's another group, the Mahal brothers, are kind of like that too. Except for that they crowdfund, which is different because you guys don't do that, which I think is much better. And you guys for the indie film world are probably like the two best, contained groups of people who turn out great movies all the time, and you turn out a lot of them.
The only time I'm doing a film that's not a feature film, I promise Joseph Kelly, I'm in the revisiting of Clam Hotel 99. And that's because I played General Milan, and it's a backstory of how it all came about. So I said, I love Joseph Kelly. He's a good buddy.
He'll be there Wednesday.
Oh, good.
Joe will be there?
Good.
Yeah, so we're going to shoot that, I think February, or sometime, we're shooting that where it's cool, thank God, for a change. Because usually when we shoot out at the motel, the ugly haunted house motel, it's 100,000 degrees.
So hang on, I want to go back because what's Realm of Shadows in? Is that out already? Because I didn't.
No, that's Jimmy Drain in Colorado is the producer and co-director of that.
Oh, so that's not your film. You're just in it.
Yeah, I'm in it, and I do help them. I do help them with some distribution stuff and so on and so forth. Jimmy's a really, really good guy.
Oh, yeah, that's cool. Okay. And then I also wrote down Just Another Dream, which I wrote Harley next to it, which means that you're, I don't know if that means you're in it or that means it's yours.
I'm in it. But that one is a small role. It's one scene and that one same thing. I was helping them out with a few things. So local project, actually a really good story. A lot of teenagers and a bit of fantasy, a touch of premonition. It's a good ride. I really like that movie.
I like it. So
let's hear from Katie. Katie, what do you think about all this crazy shit? Films and movies and all the nonsense. How does it interfere with your life at home, raising a family and doing all these films?
It's juggling, but it's very blended now. The girls, I mean,
how old are the girls?
They're 7 and 9.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a dangerous age.
It's so dangerous.
Oh, I had two girls.
Dangerous.
I had two girls at 7 and 11, and I was going to pull my hair out of my head.
Yes.
Yeah.
Woo, they're growing up. You're learning to have mouths now.
Oh yeah, big time.
Punch them right in the face.
Oh, they are.
You ever want to do that? Sometimes you want to punch those kids. They got mouths that can.
Theirs are not going to be that way.
No, I
I
have one daughter. I won't mention who because she gets nuts. Who has a tongue that I say no. Her tongue can cut like a knife.
Ooh.
Two words, and she devastates you. So I avoid that one. That one I put on like humoring. Okay, honey, you're wonderful. You're beautiful. You're fabulous. You got to do that. How about you?
Yeah.
Do you your kids?
Oh yeah. Well, I was gonna say is that with us, we have such a great lifestyle that works with our kids is being able to go do sports and school and stuff. Like we eat dinner at home every day.
I cook every day.
He cooks, and then we spend a lot of time together and we talk a lot. And I will say, because I know that like we just said 7 and 9 are scary, but they're actually being able to confide in me in things and talk with me about problems that they're having at school. And I love that because I'm supposed to be there for them for that,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But one thing I want to tell you, and I did this to both my daughters, I drove them crazy about drugs. No. I used to smell their breath when they came home if they had drinking. If they did drugs, my daughters both never did drugs. And they're old ladies now. One's 54, one's 48. And they look back and they say, Daddy, I'm so grateful that you told us about drugs. We never had to go through what we've seen a lot of people go through.
So much worse nowadays.
And children, drugs, they can get anything in the high school. I mean, so you must instill in them that drugs destroy.
Oh yeah, we talk with them about all that kind of stuff.
Jane Russell was my best friend. Okay, and I'm going to say something maybe Jane won't like, but I'm going to say it. Jane said to me, her alcoholism ruined her career. She was an alcoholic, and it ruined her career because when the word got out in Hollywood that Jane can't do a line, she falls down and she drinks in her dressing room. they said, screw you, Jane Russell. And the most famous woman in the world, which she was, suddenly went to zero.
Yeah, that's
So
common too.
drugs
It's sad,
destroy,
but it's
drugs
common.
destroy. Drugs destroy. And the best thing is you two should never do drugs because your kids will see it and do it. I never did drugs, never did pot, none of that shit. I was raised very Italian. Yeah, my father was a wise guy. He'd have me killed if I did drugs. No, he would have me killed. When
It
I
would
told
be
my
like, have more pasta.
no, when I told my father I was gay, you know what he said to me? I'd rather see you in a grave than gay.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Oh, I thought it was funny. But anyway.
It wasn't funny, though.
Well, it was stupid. But, you know, he was stupid.
So you guys saw other films that Harley and them have done that we've seen.
Oh, wait a minute. Which segues to, not God forbid I'm going to do this. What if one of your children were lesbians? How would you handle it? Or better yet, what if they feel they're trapped in the wrong body? That bullshit.
So long as what they do doesn't harm others, then, and obviously I would like for them to know, I would like for them to feel comfortable and really feel that that's the right decision, because you can't, especially if you're talking about like a sex change, you can't go back.
Change it. No.
So if you feel that way, then let's make sure that that's actually how you really feel. And I mean,
pretty much we'd be supportive as long as they know that that's what they want. I mean, at the end of the day,
I wish I could feel like you do. I'm so happy my daughters are heterosexual straight women. If they were gay, I'd be miserable. I would not want to see my daughters gay because of the life. No, it's not an easy life. It's
I don't think it is an easy life.
But I think it's good to let them know that, though.
Huh?
It's good to let them know that because it's not an easy life. And
but I don't think
it's still hard.
I don't agree at all. I think the more open you can be about what you like and what you love, the better your life will be. End of story.
I raised my daughters in a heterosexual world. I never hung out with gay people. Matter of fact, a lot of gay people call me, what do you call it? Anti-gay, which I'm not. I just never had gay friends in my house. I've always had heterosexual friends who were married and their children. So my kids grew up that way. I wasn't going to introduce them to make them fag hags, which they are now because they live in Palm Springs. So now they're fag hags. I mean, how could you not be living in Palm Springs where they're all fags? So, but I'm happy that my daughters are heterosexual, straight women. I'm comfortable with that.
It's different now, though.
No, lesbians don't stay together for very long. I've got a lot of lesbian friends who I love, but they have girlfriends.
You are what you are, though.
Huh?
It's not like you're choosing these things. So having to hold that stuff inside of you and not be true to yourself, the one life we live. Nope.
Oh no, I agree with you. No, no one should live. Listen, Katie.
Yeah.
When we work, we become another character.
Oh yes.
We're pretending to be someone else. How would you like to do that your entire life? No.
Terrible.
Exactly.
No.
I would be miserable doing that.
Of course you would. I don't want to play a mafia killer all the time or a cop, which I play all the time. Cops. I don't know why I'm always a detective, a cop, or a killer. But maybe
I can definitely identify with that.
Yeah, you're always like the hood.
Yeah, you look at you, what you play.
But you even write your own movies and you play a hood. Like you should, like now this time you're playing a mom and a dad. That's better.
For our viewing audiences who are not familiar with Harley, Harley always plays the heavy, all the time. The heavy, the bad guy, or the crazy guy, or the wild.
The heavy, like you're the mean, like crazy guy in a lot of your movies.
That's what heavy means.
Okay, yeah.
He doesn't
know heavy. Though.
He never plays a ballerina.
Never.
not often.
You guys, other films.
I will say this though.
Maybe the Bennett Song movies.
No,
little bit.
I don't know because Lucas in this one.
Oh, Lucas is a bit of a pushover.
Bit of a pushover.
Oh, you're not a heavy in this movie?
No, he's a dad.
No.
Oh, don't tell us. Don't tell us. Keep your mouth shut. We don't want to give it away.
Probably as close to ballerina.
I'd love to see him in toe shoes and a tutu. I'd pay money.
I'll wear it to the premiere.
To see
Yeah,
that.
I'll wear it to the premiere. You guys, other movies that that they have out, you know, that they star in Agramon's Gate. We went to the premiere of that. Eternal Code. We went to that premiere. Betrayed. That was
I
the
have to
first
tell
premiere.
you, folks, they're a wonderful acting couple. They're like years ago, we had all these couples that were famous movie stars that did movies one after another that were couples like William Powell and Myrna Loy. You know, people like they always cast the same people. And you don't remember them. When you see the new movie, you don't remember they were in the other movie. And that's good because they're a wonderful working team, and I enjoy them on screen. I really do. And you will too. So for $20, you cheap bastards, go out and buy that friggin' video and have a good time. Treat yourself. You can have 10 people over. You can have a sex orgy while you're watching also.
They also have,
and you can watch it again and again.
That's right. You can watch it again.
it's
And they
yours.
also have their family films, you guys. A Bennett Song Holiday and United Colors of Bennett Song, which was the first one, right? That was the first one. And then Bennett Song
the
Holiday
Bennett Song
came out.
movie. Yep.
I think who was in that? Tara Reid or somebody, right? In there.
Tara Reid. Yeah, those are both on Roku and Pluto.
Oh, that's cool. You know what? We watch a lot of Tubi. Like we watch Tubi like all the
Yeah,
time.
Well, I gotta
we have,
brag about Jimmy a little.
Hang on, wait. Let him finish
Jimmy-
his statement. See, you interrupted his sentence.
I interrupt everybody. I'm from Brooklyn.
I know, but let him go ahead. Say it, Harley. What were you going
I'm used to it.
Yeah. Does she interrupt you too? You
Yeah.
better say no. You better say no.
My grandma's from Brooklyn.
You're from Brooklyn, Katie?
My grandma is from Brooklyn.
Oh, so you have a little Brooklyn in you.
You need to meet my grandma, Ron. I think she would love you.
I probably would because Brooklyn people invite you in their house for coffee and crumb cake in the kitchen.
Oh yes.
California, you could be dying of thirst in the street. They walk by and say, "Get out of my way, you dying of thirst bastard."
Oh,
But
gosh.
no, really, Brooklyn people are the best. We tell it like it is. We're open. We're honest. We don't give a shit what you think. We just say it.
I also saw you.
Yeah.
I would love your grandmother. How old's your grandmother?
87.
Oh, so I'm 82. So we came from the same school. Same
Yeah.
neighborhood.
She's
Where
not
was she
afraid.
from?
No.
I couldn't tell you exactly
tough
where,
cookie.
but she's a tough cookie, and she's like 4'11".
And she could beat the shit out of your husband.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I
Without
love
a
her
doubt.
already.
You
I
are
love her.
afraid of grandma.
She's like a little gangster.
She is. She
Oh,
is
I
a little
love her.
gangster.
What's her name?
And you better use a coaster.
Yes. If you don't use a coaster, you're done. You're not
Yeah,
allowed
this
at grandma's
one
house
too.
Yeah,
anymore.
what's her name?
Jackie.
Hey, Jackie. Regards from another Brooklynite. Say hi to Jackie when
We
you
have a
see
lot
her.
of real wood furniture, so we have to have coasters.
Coasters. What do you want to room?
Yes.
Of course. I tell them all the time, I say, you're Irish. That's why you don't use a coaster. I'm Italian. We use coasters. We're very careful of everything. Irish people, they don't give a shit because they're loaded half the time. Except for Jimmy. He don't drink.
That's right. So I noticed too in a lot of your movies, because I saw in 2 other movies, The Dead Rose and The Initiation, you're starting to work with, you kind of like have your own compound of like well-known actors you're working with, because I noticed you've done a ton of movies.
It's called an ensemble.
Hang on. With Richard Tyson, Vernon Wells, Lauren Mayhew, Jimmy Drain, Eric Roberts is in one of them. But you work, Sean Whalen, you work with a lot. You work with
Did you ever work with
Jan Birch a lot.
Did you ever work with Lorraine Landon? Did you ever work
Yes,
with
Agramon's Gate.
Agramon's Gate. She's in the hospital bed.
incredible in it.
Oh, she's
in
in
the
your
hospital.
movie?
Yeah, Agramon's Gate.
Yes.
Oh, I remember Agramont. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I love
Jan's in that
fantastic.
too, right? Jan's in that one too, I think. Is it Jan in that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Lorene and I did a love scene in a bar that they cut out of the movie because it was too like pornographic or
It was
something.
too risque. Them
I
kissing
mean,
in a
we
bar.
were like, we got carried away, and I thought, I thought to myself, when straight men see this, they're going to say, "I'm going to tell everybody I'm a faggot so I can get away with things." Like Ron Russell gets away with. I mean, really, I love Lorene. I call her my movie star. That's her nickname.
She's so good. She's such a good person too.
She is.
She
Yeah.
is. She's an angel on this earth, and I adore
Yes,
her.
she is.
I adore her, and she's a damn good actress. I finished the movie.
Amazing.
I finished a movie of which I will never promote because the person that did it is a bitch. But anyway, Lorene was wonderful in that movie. She's a method actress. She stayed in character the entire shoot, and she really stole the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I think she kind of steals the show in Agramons too at times.
Yes,
Her performance in that is
I remember she had the cigarettes on the porch. She was sitting there bitching.
No, that's not
What movie was that?
Agramons Gate. She's
No,
like in the hospital.
She's a psych in the psych ward.
She's in the psych ward.
Oh, okay. I got
He can't remember titles.
You know what?
either.
You know how many movies I see, Harlan?
Harley.
That many.
Yeah. That many.
Harlan's somebody he just got off the phone with, actually. There is a real person named Harlan.
Listen, let me tell you something. 82 years old. Your mind goes, but thank God your dick doesn't. I'd rather my mind go than my dick, tell you the truth. So I'm happy. No, at 82, you get a little weird.
So you guys check out Ash and Bone. You want to watch it? You want to watch the trailer because we want to get the trailer views up. I want to give a shout out to Joe Williamson. I know you guys worked with him for a long time, and he does a great job with the premieres and all the press he's been getting. Guys, hey, he's a true talent, and so I want to give him a shout out. I want to ask some questions that aren't your movies related, and I like to do this with all the actors and stuff. So,
wait, I want to say something before I forget.
Okay,
would you guys like to go to Madame Tussauds rooftop penthouse Halloween party? The proceeds go to St. Jude Hospital for Children, and everybody's there that is anybody.
I would love to, but we're not in LA at that time. We are in
Michigan. I forgot you're in Chicago.
No, Detroit.
Michigan.
Yeah, Detroit.
Same shit. Freezing cold.
It is freezing cold.
Not now.
Not yet, though, right? Okay.
I worked in Chicago one time. Oh, I never in drag. Would you?
The last time, because they were
the wind was blowing up my dress, freezing my nuts off.
They went with the Sue Wong thing because they were in town for that for the Sue Wong Oscar party.
Well, the rooftop is really quite a party.
Yeah, it's a fun one.
Like 500 people. It's stunning, and that you can go to the museum and see all the wax dolls. It's really a great event.
Yeah.
How do you like living in Michigan? How do you like living? Why aren't you in California?
Because they have
because this works really, really well for us, and it's a great place to raise family.
I think.
Better than Hollywood.
Yeah, I wouldn't raise a family if I had little kids. I wouldn't live here.
I raised my kids in Garden City, Long Island, which is a very waspy Republican town. You know, very prim and proper. Woo! They squeak when their asses move. But I did that for a reason, because I wanted them to be very strict. I didn't want to live in a liberal town like Hollywood where everybody's, oh, that's cool, man. Get stoned, get laid, get sex change. That's cool. No.
So wait, I want to go back.
I'm not
to
a
my
Republican.
questions.
I just said that. You know, I'm just.
I want to go back.
I'm a communist.
So bucket list. If you could have been in any movie, any Hollywood movie that's ever been made, both of you, any movie, it could be a new movie, an old movie, any movie. And the second part of the question is, if any male and female actor, if you could like put on a bucket list and you could work with any male and female actor in a movie, one of your movies or any other movie, who would you like to work with, and what movie would you have had? It's like a favorite movie that you would like to have been in. And we'll let Harley go first because Katie really looks like she's thinking about it.
Oh, I already have my answer.
Okay, you can go first.
I was waiting for you to stop.
No, you go first, Katie. Then you go first.
He doesn't shut up either.
I was just messing around. No, but I really do have my ansers. Yes, Salt would be the movie that I would have been in.
Oh wow!
I love Angelina Jolie's character. That is like my ideal role.
That's
so
super.
For everybody out there.
If you're making Salt,
a movie like Salt, please, just let me audition for you.
I love that movie. Okay.
And then who I would like to work with? Actually, it's kind of funny because a lot of it's probably a very cliche answer for most people, but like Robert De Niro. And the reason is because I have always I've loved his movies growing up, and I've always admired him and how he pushes himself as an actor. So yeah, those are my answers.
Okay, what about a chick? What chick would you like to work with? It's not like a love interest. It's just a cool female. And don't say Meryl Streep, hopefully.
No, not Meryl. Well, I love Meryl Streep, but it would not be Meryl Streep. I actually would say Glenn Close.
There you go. Fabulous. She's like one of the greatest actresses
Glenn
ever.
Close is.
Yeah. I love her.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I love her too.
I do also. I'm choking on I'm drinking lemonade.
Okay,
So
so you
forgive
drink.
me while I choke to death.
We'll let you choke, and we'll let Harley
Went down
answer
the
the
wrong
question.
pipe. I hate that.
I would have loved to have played in something like The Goodfellas or in that style of film, plays one of those characters. I know that it kind of doesn't match with blonde hair and all that jazz, but I have that in me, and I feel I understand those characters pretty well. So that would be a fun role for sure. As far as actress, I'd say Jodie Foster and Denzel Washington would
Good
be
one.
the.
You said Jodie Foster?
Jodie Foster.
I
Yeah, I love
Jodie Foster. She's a
Yeah.
brilliant
I
actress.
really like Denzel Washington as the Equalizer. Like I had never seen
And,
this
Yeah.
and,
movie recently,
and
and
if
he's
you
really
want to
good.
be in a wise guy film, you have to do this. Give me that thing over there. What are you talking about? Hey, over there. You know what I'm talking? You shoot him and you're dead.
It
I'm
doesn't
telling
have
you,
to be.
you're
It
dead.
doesn't have to
You're
be an
dead.
Italian though. It could be any. It could be
you
like a
can be an
Russian
Iranian
mobster type of movie or
No,
whatever.
listen,
It's just
Italians
it's
are
just
not
the
all dark.
style.
Italians are not all dark. We're from the north of Italy. My sister's a blonde, blue-eyed. She looks like
Oh
dark.
no, I
skin.
know.
So you
I've
could
been,
play.
I've been there. I've been
you
to
could
Italy
play-
a few times.
Okay, we're from Genoa and Venice, so you could be a mafioso from the north.
From
You
Naples.
just got to
yeah.
have the Brooklyn accent. You just got to have the Brooklyn accent. Give me a break. Get a bottle. What are you talking about?
He's got
Hey,
the
over
Russian
there.
gangster accent, though.
What?
He does the Russian gangster accent.
No, but that
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
work in the
I
Brooklyn
like
movie.
that.
In a Brooklyn movie, it won't work because the Russian mafia doesn't like the Italian mafia in Brooklyn. Because the Russian mafia took over the Italian mafia in Brooklyn.
Yep.
So do you
And
play a
and
vampire?
a lot of other places too.
Do you guys play vampires in your vampire movie?
Damn it.
No, Jan is our vampire. We rebooted essentially the origin of vampires to Viking times. So we start the film in Viking days, and Jan is is the vampire. When they realize they
he's
can't
the
kill
ultimate
him,
Viking.
He's a good
he looks,
Viking,
he
yeah.
looks like a Viking without
Yes.
makeup. He's the ultimate. He's very handsome. And did you ever see
Yeah.
pictures of him when he was young?
Oh yeah.
Oh
yes,
my
I have.
God,
But
he's
if I
rock
may
red.
finish,
Go ahead.
Yes.
So essentially, when they figure out they can't kill him, they put him in a crypt. They put him on a Viking ship, take him across the Atlantic, and bury him. And then they head back to Scandinavia, and then he gets unearthed by this teenage kid in the woods. It's quite the ride.
And
That's
the
fun.
name of that movie is?
Beneath us all.
Beneath Us All.
And that's to be seen where?
Don't know. We are finalizing the deal, but it is guaranteed theatrical.
Are you doing a red carpet on that one?
Yes, of course.
We're coming.
Yes, you are.
I mean, fuck you. If he doesn't invite me, I will give him such bad press. Nobody will ever go see his movie.
You guys are always invited. Come
no,
on.
if you
that's
don't invite
fine.
us, I'll say, oh, his movie is such a bomb that Jimmy and I couldn't be bothered going to such shit to see.
No,
right?
we would
You
never
got to
say
be
that.
careful with the press. You got to be nice with the press.
No, you guys. I have to say, you guys are a very class act. Like, because we go into a lot of red carpets. I bought a new car, so we're not going to as many as we used to because I don't want to put the miles on it. And but you guys have always such classy people. Everybody there, is really like excited to be
you
there.
know what? You're decent married couple. You're just happily married, decent mom and dad, decent people. Harley is European. I was raised European. And European upbringing does not allow. I mean, for a gay guy, I'm really moral. Jimmy and I don't three-way. We don't fool around. We're monogamous. I have it in the relationship. If he cheats on me, he's out. I'll divorce him. No, I really will. We're legally married. I brought my heterosexual values to my gay life. You people have wonderful values too. And it shows in your work. Believe me, it shows in your work. It does.
Good.
Thank
Absolutely,
you.
it does.
I can tell if two people don't get along in a movie, can't you? Sometimes
Yes.
I can
Well,
spot
not
it.
always. I've heard some stories, and I did not know.
Yeah.
But,
I've heard some
usually,
stories too.
Yeah, but no, I can spot it. I could the muscle. There's indication you could see that they're forcing it. They really want to spit in the person's face, but they can't. No,
I think it's fabulous. How many you guys do? Like 3 or 4 movies a year, pretty much, right?
Right.
No,
Not
we do
anymore.
one now.
One.
We're getting a little bigger budgets, a little bigger distribution, a little bigger everything. So we slow down the pace. So we do like 16 to 20 shooting days on a film.
Good for you.
It's quality, not quantity.
Yeah,
Yes.
I agree.
That's for sure.
And as the money grows, I will hope to slow it down even further.
Mhm.
If I could shoot 4 to 5 pages a day, I'd be a very happy camper.
Oh no,
And
absolutely.
I get a lot of scripts that screwballs send me. Crazy people send me scripts. I had one that was drag queens from outer space. And they wanted me to play the head drag queen, came from another planet because they ate all the men on that planet. Now they're coming to this planet to eat the men here. And how do you answer that? The person wrote it, you know. So I wrote back, I said, my dear friend, I'm a little too old to be in drag. And that was my answer. He wrote back, oh no, you could be an ugly old drag queen. It's okay. So I wanted to write back, fuck you, but I didn't. I just wrote, thank you, but I'm declining on your offer. Perhaps you can use somebody else. I had to be nice, but I was.
Yeah.
We could use an ugly old drag queen. And they wonder why their shit doesn't get in film.
Right?
Get distributed. I think the other thing I think is important with you guys is because a lot of indie filmmakers make films with no idea about. Hang on, wait, I'm talking. Have no idea about the back end of it and like how it's a business. And if the film doesn't make money, you're not going to get money for the next one. And I think a lot of people don't understand that. And so that's one thing I think is super cool about your whole unit. Is that you're turning them out, but you understand all the aspects of how it should be done, and it's a good example for people to watch what you do.
Yeah, we troubleshoot the script. There's many. What?
Yeah, I have really difficulty with this.
Huh?
Am I hearing correctly?
I don't know, but go ahead, Harley.
No, I was saying we start with many rewrites and poking at a script to make sure the script is really good before we move to the next phase. We have several months of pre-production and preparing. We do casting calls. We don't sell roles. We try really, really hard to put the best product on the screen because I believe in the long run, if you don't cut corners, your films are going to go further and you're going to reach further and you're going to get more money to play with and you're going to have more success and so on and so forth.
Absolutely. 100%.
Well, you guys have been grinding them out for a lot of years now, so you know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And you've learned and you've improved. But getting back to another script I got, they headlined it for me. Ron, we're looking for a loudmouth cop. We thought you'd be perfect. So I thought to myself, a loudmouth cop. Okay.
Which actually you can do that.
I do that mostly. So I wrote back, I said, I no longer play cops. I said, now I play religious parts like Jesus or Moses. They didn't find it funny. They didn't really find it funny. Harley.
Yes.
How would you be on a set of someone else's film? Would you feel that you are out of control? And if you saw something that's shut up, I'm just speaking.
But he's on a lot of other people's films.
But that's not you just ruined the whole question. I mean, why do you do that?
Well,
you step on my
I don't know
line.
if you were paying attention, though, that we talked about all the films that weren't his.
No, but I'm changing the subject because I want... Stop it, Jimmy. You step on my lines all the time. I hate them. Going back, if you're in someone else's film and they're doing something incorrect, do you feel that you have to open your mouth and correct them, or do you go along with it? That's the question, you moron.
It depends on the size of the mistake.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a small well, first of all, if I have said yes to a role, then the mistake is mine. Because if I'm on a set that I shouldn't be, that's my fault.
That's true.
So it starts there. After that,
answer.
I try to gauge how receptive they would be to feedback, and if I don't feel that they would receive feedback well, then I zip it and do my part. If I feel that they would be receptive, then I would definitely pull them aside and give them a couple of hints.
Okay, you'll love the part. You read the script. the day of the shooting, you feel that a line doesn't work because you don't know the line until you work it. You know that. You can read a line, but you don't understand the line until you do it. Do you tell the director, I'm not happy with this line, could we rephrase it?
I would, yes. If I've said the line enough times that it's not coming out of my mouth truthfully, then I would much rather have it come out truthful, and I would talk it over with the director for sure.
I want everybody out there to understand this. Young actors, you don't have to ruin your career by reciting bad lines from a bad movie.
Yes.
Better to say no
Absolutely.
and work as a waiter for a few more months than to be in a bad movie reciting bad lines. What I dislike the most about actors of today is, and you may agree with me, they don't act. They are not the part. They read lines.
It happens a lot.
Yeah.
I have worked with you. I just finished a movie. I forgot what it's called. What is the movie?
No, we're not going to tell people the name of the movie if you're going to
Oh, I
bash it.
can't tell you. I can't tell you the name of it. I just finished a movie a couple of weeks ago, and I wasn't happy with what was going on with the lines, and I felt it was totally wrong. And I said, listen, I'm in the business 64 years. I think I know a little bit about it. How about we change this and that and the other thing? And they agreed. And afterwards, they came over to me and they said, Ron, that was really good. Good thinking. Thank you. And I said, okay, you can't. I told the actor, don't read lines with me. If you read lines with me, I'm not into it. Don't you agree, Katie?
I
If
mean,
I say to you, you and I are lovers in a park, on the park bench, and I say to you, I love you very much, and I think that we should go for ice cream after I kiss you 100 times.
oh, you're funny.
I mean, would you like me to act that way? How are you going to respond?
Well, I'm a professional, so I will.
Making it true is on the actors, though.
Yeah. I
but
will
just
try
that's
to
the
do my
dialogue.
part.
I love you very much, Katie. Please leave your husband for me. I mean, that's reading a line. You can't.
I'll be honest with you. I wouldn't do that.
But you, no, you're missing my point. You can't give me. I'm not getting from you anything because I'm not giving you anything.
Yeah.
If I said to you, Katie, I love you so much. Please leave your husband for me. I'm giving you an emotion that you can hang on to and come back with.
Yeah. Well, I have to feel connected. I have to say that. Actors have to be connected. And if I don't feel that we have a connection, I will at least try to pull you aside when I can and try to make sure that we work on it. And I mean, I have to at least be honest about it because it matters. Like, you don't want to see deadness in the eyes.
But if you're any quality filmmaker, this should have been nipped in the bud. There should be a casting call. There should be callbacks. There should be table reads.
And a rehearsal.
All of this stuff should have been weeded out way before that camera's rolling.
But they
if you
don't
have
do
problems
that.
when the camera's rolling, you did not do your job in pre-production.
And
Harley, I agree with you 1,000%.
Yeah.
I was in a movie a couple of years ago that we had a rehearsal. There was no table read. We went in cold. The first time reading the lines, doing the lines, and I was very upset with the director. And he and I had a fight, and I walked off the picture. Why did I walk off the picture? Because I wasn't going to continue to be a part of this disgusting mess that was being made.
Yeah.
Of course, the word went around, Ron Russell is temperamental, walked off a picture. Not true at all. It was, I had difficulty with this director because he was mean, insulting, and an ageist.
Yeah.
So I left the film. I won't work in a film if I feel that the script is good and the director is botching it up. How do you feel about that?
Oh,
I mean, the director definitely has to be in tune with the story and be able to express themselves in a way that is healthy on set and be a professional. Like, I wouldn't be able to handle working with a director that is unprofessional to the capacity of not allowing me the freedom as an actor, what I need. I mean, there's a set of expectations that should be put on a set whether it's the director, the producer, the actor, all of them, they all need to be able to coincide in some way. And
you should strive for excellence. I mean, it's that simple. If you don't strive for excellence, then it's going to fall short over and over again.
Well, you're hired, Katie,
Well,
to portray another person, okay? And
For
if
how
you don't-
long?
No, on the film. And if you don't give me as a director, I'm not a director, but make believe, if you don't give me what I believe that character is, then a director should direct. But a lot of the films that I've been in, the director doesn't direct. One other film I was in, the director was in another room watching us on a television set.
See,
Okay? And I couldn't hear. I was playing a minister marrying this couple. The bridesmaid, who was 100 feet away, had a little voice. So I didn't hear when she spoke, and I couldn't hit the line because I didn't hear her. Audio didn't come over and tell me, Ron, you're not hearing her because she's so far away. So what we did was we made her raise her hand and speak. And I saw the hand and I was able to. That was a mistake on audio.
Yeah.
Now the film comes out. We have a wonderful black actor in it who I love to death. He's a good buddy of mine. And the scene is shot without lights. For some reason, they forgot to turn the lights on, and all you saw was his teeth and eyeballs. Well, we went hysterical when we saw the film. I said, this is so like years ago when they portrayed black people with only eyeballs and teeth, and he was hysterical laughing. I mean, he's a good buddy. So but this is how unprofessional the film was. Yet the film was released that way. How do you do such a thing today? How do you have bad
And we're not
audio?
talking about a $50,000.
No.
It wasn't a huge film, but it was like almost $500,000.
It was $500,000. I had a trailer of. He gave me a trailer of my own, Ron Russell on a trailer. I never had a full friggin' trailer.
You didn't need a trailer for 2 days' work.
Right. The food was fabulous. I mean, the money on that film was spent like crazy, but they forgot to
They didn't
light
spend
it.
it on the movie. They spent it on other shit.
They didn't light it.
Cinematography and gaffers are so important. You
The mark-
want it to look beautiful, no
if
matter
you
what it is that you're showing.
And sound can
Oh,
make
yeah.
and break a movie.
Thank you. If bad sound,
will make and break a
cheap
movie. It doesn't
movie.
matter the picture. Like the
Yeah.
cinematography can be the best cinematography. I don't care if the
I
sound
agree.
is off. I can't watch the movie.
I agree. Bad sound is a cheap movie. I hate when I hear they sound like they're in a hallway. I hate that. I hate that with a passion. But too many bad films have been put out there that gave horror movies a bad name. You know, I'm still from the Alfred Hitchcock Psycho day. How clever, how
Me too.
wonderful, how brilliant that was.
Yeah,
horror
from
does
Hitchcock to
not have to
Craven
be my
to
eyeball
Stephen
fell out.
King.
Stephen King. An eyeball falling out doesn't have to be horror.
No.
You know, there was a movie years ago we saw called Inner Sanctum, and you never saw the murderer. You only saw a shadow.
It's like Bird Box.
What?
Think about Bird Box. You never see the monsters.
I
Yes.
love that because your mind creates the monster.
Yep, and it's a lot scarier than the special effects that they would have put in. Even in the Quiet Place, it's the same thing. You see very little of them.
Yeah.
Very, very little of the monsters.
I really believe in your success, and I really enjoy your work, is because 46 years ago, in 1959, I made a movie with Sophia Loren and Tab Hunter. And I worked with Sidney Lumet, the director. So I come from a different school than today.
Yeah.
And when
Well,
I
back-
see, wait, let me
Back
finish.
then, it was all about excellence.
When I see professionalism, I see you guys. And everything you say, I agree with because it's old school filming.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
that's
when
why your films are so good.
we really tried to go back to all the greats and look at all their systems, because there are best practices that you can pick up. You don't have to reinvent wheels. There, you know, how many Instagram followers you have will not dictate how good of an actor or actress you are. So even though those things to some degree matter, at the end of the day, what matters more than anything else is did you make somebody sit there for an hour and a half and enjoy the ride, or did they get sucked into the story? That's what matters.
Absolutely. But you can't do it without professionalism, without experience, and without know-how. Remember one thing, Harley, you're standing on the shoulders of the great movie makers of the 30s and 40s and 50s.
Amen.
So don't cast that talent or knowledge away.
Oh,
When
yeah.
I act, they say to me, "Oh, but you act like nobody acts like that anymore. You don't do that kind of stuff anymore." I say, "Yes, I do. See what you just did with your hand?"
Mhm.
When I work, I don't have my hands at my side because I don't do that.
No, you have to be a three-dimensional full human.
I will talk to you, and I did that in the movie. They almost fainted. They edited it out. I was a cop with my feet up on the desk on a telephone. How many people picked their nose on the telephone? Practically everybody. So I had the phone tucked under my chin, and I did this. They didn't like it. I said, "Why? The kids are going to love it. It's a kid movie, these monster movies. You know, they don't listen."
Yeah.
Years ago, they did stuff like that, not picking their nose, but, you know, you do things like.
Oh, yeah. You have to be alive. And you have to be true. As an actor, you have to be true to the moment.
But a lot of these young, good-looking actors, they're worried about the lighting.
Well, if you're just trying to look pretty, making movies is not probably not the best thing, because our job is to be vulnerable. Is to open ourselves to
look real
to the experience of the audience.
What are you talking to?
Hey.
He's on the phone.
Yeah.
Do you believe that rude son
No,
of
this
a
is our
bitch?
guest, and I'm trying to get it worked out.
Oh, it's our
This is
guest.
our next guest.
It's Hal Sparks.
You don't have the.
Do you know who Hal
the
Sparks
StreamYard
is?
link?
The actor from Queer as Folk. Hal
Oh,
Sparks.
yeah.
Very big actor, very famous. He's coming on after you.
Oh,
So
very
Jimmy-
cool.
Our show
Huh?
on it is what the link actually says.
Very cool. Is he's having a hard time getting connected? It sounds.
You know what? Jimmy does a rehearsal the day before with new people. So they basically know what to do. But sometimes we run into difficulty. I just don't want to.
Problem, text me, otherwise, and I can text.
I don't want to
Okay,
lose
we'll
him
say
as
goodbye
a
to the guest
guest
we have now, 'cause we were just
because
waiting.
we did a lot of PR on him.
All right, thanks.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Was that Hal?
Yeah.
Is he having difficulty?
He doesn't have the right link, I guess, or he didn't realize it was a link, but that's all good. So let's go back with Harley and Katie. So you guys check out Ash and Bone. Follow Katie on Instagram. It's at Katie Wallen, KAITI WALLEN. Harley is at the Harley Wallen, and his Twitter is Harley the Swede, I think, right?
Yeah, it's from my fighting days.
Yes, from his fighting days. And we will see you guys next Wednesday.
I can't wait.
After the show, we can't wait to see it. Thanks for
I
coming
want to give
on.
you both a big hug.
Absolutely.
Yes.
No, you're very
Been too
special.
long.
No, listen, I don't blow smoke up anybody's ass. You know I'm not a phony. If I say it, I mean it. Otherwise, I won't say it. But I really like you both a lot, and I respect you both a lot because I respect what you do. I'm a fan, and I'm not a fan of too many. I'm not a fan of too many people, but I am.
appreciate that.
Thank you.
So we'll see you guys on Wednesday.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
And
See you on
everybody
Wednesday.
will have fun. Lipstick,
Thank
Kate.
you.
You have no
Should be
lipstick
good
on.
times.
If you don't have lipstick on, I'm going to drive right back to Palm Springs.
Oh, she'll have lipstick.
She's a natural.
I want to
beauty.
see you all dolled up
I'm
with
not
the
wearing
makeup.
any makeup right now.
At
I
all.
know, but at the red carpet, lashes and lipstick.
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We take glamorous pictures because I love glamour. We have to bring glamour back.
Oh,
we have
yes,
to bring
we sure
Hollywood
do.
glamour
Yes.
back because you know what? You have to be better than your audience. If you look like your audience, they don't respect you. Do you agree with that?
I think that there's a time for things, but
Glamour.
red
A red
carpet,
carpet
most
is
definitely.
glamour. A total drag for a red carpet.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. We'll see you Wednesday.
See you
Thanks.
Wednesday.
Bye.
See you then.
Thank you.
Bye.
Good interview, boys and girls. Thank you. That was
We
sweet.
gotta love it.
I
Absolutely.
love the both of them anyway. They're just nice people.
So what you guys do, we're going to take a quick music break. House City Beyond within 5 minutes. we're going to play No Authority, Can I Get Your Number? And we'll wait for Hal to come in. I just sent him the link, so hopefully it all works out. So please enjoy No Authority, Can I Get Your Number? Take it away, Juan. Hey, everybody, that was Ricky Rebel when he was, like, young, and let's bring on Hal Sparks.
Ricky Rebel's a good friend of ours, and I love him.
Yeah.
What's happening?
Hey, what's up, Hal Sparks?
Hi.
How are you?
Look at that. Good. Not a lot of people know that I was the third guy from the back in the dance sequence, and then I was the second motorcycle for only half the day, though, because they just needed me for the jump and in that video. So it's work, but I was young. I needed the money. Which will also be the name of my autobiography.
It's so funny because we, the guy who actually is in that band is a friend of ours, and that was
Ricky
when he
Rebel.
was on tour with Madonna. And YouTube flags us for playing music, so I have to find music that they won't stop us live, to play.
Right.
And that's something they don't stop us with. But hello and welcome to the show. Do you have your hair in a ponytail?
Yes, I do.
I love it.
It's
Okay.
currently back because I
You're
went
like
to
a
the gym.
rock star. You're like a
It's
rock
true.
star now. All
I'm
right,
a lot
everybody.
like-
Now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, comedian, actor, musician, television personality, Hal Sparks. Hello and welcome to the show.
Yay! Thanks.
Yay.
Please settle down. It's very exciting for all of us.
This is my husband and co-host, Ron Russell.
Hey,
Hi, Ron.
we met years ago.
I don't doubt
Now-
it.
Yeah, Taya Gill is a dear friend of mine.
Oh yeah.
So I met you, I think, at Peter's film. Remember Peter's film about a gay guy that was.
Wait a minute. Peter made a film about a gay guy. What did
No,
they?
it's a Hindi
how's
series.
that?
No, you're talking
I'm
about
kidding.
the TV series.
He played
series.
it himself. He played it himself. I thought it was a movie. It was excellent, by the way, where he was a young kid. I forgot what the plot was, but Peter. I met you there. I believe I met you there, and I also met the guy that played your lover on Queer as Folk. What's his name?
Robert Gant, you mean?
No.
Bobby?
He didn't. No,
he wasn't your lover.
He wasn't.
Gail. You're talking about that Gail guy.
Gail. I'm talking.
Oh
about
yeah,
him.
no. That was he played.
Well,
that was
you-
Michael's
you-
best
you-
friend. Yes.
Yes.
You were terrific. Very nice. Peter was a doll.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Taya is a doll, and the girl that played the lesbian also forgot her name.
Michelle.
Yep.
Another doll. But I can't say the same about Gail. He was very rude, stuck up, and thought who the fuck he was. And I simply said to him, "Oh, I think, are you in that movie too?"
No. Yeah, no, right, yeah.
Gail is not the most pleasant person. But anyway, I tell it like it is, Hal.
I know you do. I appreciate it.
that's
So you
why
don't. So I don't have to. I hear you.
That's why we're number 11, the best pod show in the world.
The 11 interview show.
With 5 million viewers that are watching you right now. We tell it like it is.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. How did you? The question that everybody, listen, I'm gay. All my gay friends were so in love with you, you can't believe it. Whoa, when that show came out, Queer as Folk, all the queens were yelling, "He's so cute, he's adorable." Blah, blah, blah. They were going nuts over you. The girls were gone as crazy over you as the queens were.
Right.
How did you
fact check? True.
How did you feel about playing a gay guy when in fact you're not gay?
I don't know that the fact that he was gay factored into it too awful much in terms of my decision making. Like I didn't hesitate or feel like that was. I didn't feel like that was part of the choice decision in the role at all. You could see Michael on the page as a human being, and it was really well crafted, and it was a tale worth telling. That's the primary thing that I care about. The fact that that he was a gay character and that it was set in this environment and that made it politically important as well, art-wise, was a plus. I would argue that if it hadn't been so well crafted and the characters weren't so well designed and the other actors weren't so rock solid in that regard, it would have done more damage than good and therefore been a terrible thing. Because it's not necessarily that you do the thing that you believe in, but will it actually help the thing you believe in? You know what I mean? You can do a crap project that actually sets back, gay rights 10 years if it's not well done. If it walks up to the bell and it doesn't ring the bell, you could do more harm than good. Luckily, that wasn't the case. So insofar as playing the character, that it was who he was. Because the great thing about Queer as Folk, I think, was that each character, how they had sex and with whom they had sex, was meaningful to who they were. So Gail, that played Brian. Brian was, just promiscuous and sort of dismissive, borderline sociopathic in his relationship, and the idea that he and Justin might actually be a number over time was the big question for that part of the story. Because is he even capable of falling in love, and is the young guy even capable of not falling in love with him? So that's always that was the drama of that relationship. When it came to Michael, he's totally capable of falling in love. He's totally capable of finding someone worth loving and being with forever. The question is he in a world that will allow it? And so Michael's striving in his character, which was really a joy to play, was his search for long-lasting love and the permanence of that relationship. And that was something new to, I think, most viewers' experience of gay men as a couple and the idea. And I think it was probably the most helpful in terms of gay marriage being a big issue at the time, and the legality of it was that I think that was a new thought for a lot of people who might have been on the fence about whether gay people should have the right to get married or lesbians should have the right to get married. That it didn't occur to them that was a choice worth having, beyond the fact that I think most people's exposure was HIV positive negative relationships and people not being able to see the person they were in love with in their final hours in some ways, which I find interesting that the whole world found that out during COVID to some degree. That was everybody's problem. But that was one of the big turning points as well. And so being able to play Michael, who has the first HIV positive negative relationship on an American series, first gay couple, married gay couple, legally married gay couple on American television. Like those steps were necessary and beautiful and great to be a part of. But it wasn't like, well, I'm not going to play a gay character unless it politically is, I can be a flag waver or something like that. It's got to be worth it as a piece of art.
Oh, it was real. It was real. I never missed an episode, and I'm not a great TV watcher, but I loved everything you guys did because it was real. I didn't find it anti-gay or offensive, and I didn't find it vulgar or crude, and I didn't find it to be something that heterosexual people would reject. Now, question 2. Which I wish you guys would bring it back, not that crappy one that's out there now.
Right.
That one that they did now is so politically correct I could vomit. No, it's just disgusting.
Right.
But if they brought back the original Queer as Folk nowadays, as you guys being who you are older, in a new world of gay freedom, would you be a part of that project?
Without question. Yeah, of course. My one hold up would be is I would prefer and I would sort of demand that Ron and Dan, our executive producers, be a part of it because they were integral to the crafting of the storyline and the direction that it was going. And so like the idea that we're all together, but somehow the creative team would be different would be an issue, I think, especially as a gay couple that's been together as long as they have. The stories that they brought forward were rooted in their whole life, as opposed to, as people, by the way, who came from a time when it wasn't accepted and bulldozed anyways, and then found themselves in a newly changed world. So their life story over time, rather than have some young writers who are gay, but may not have had the experience that they had over their life, feeding the depth of the story anyways. And that's where I think you get what you would call the sort of politically correct version of it, which is it's really just a march loosely related to a story.
Now, what I got out of your character, and as I said, I don't blow smoke up anybody's ass, so don't think I'm trying to, make you feel good because you're on our show, because I could care less. You're here and you're going to do your job. But
that's right.
You portrayed me when I was 19, innocence. Everything you did with innocence that was so believable that I kept saying to my daughters, girls, look at this guy. He's not even gay, but he understands it. He feels it. He's a wonderful actor because he's got innocence.
Yeah.
And innocence is very hard to portray. I'm an actor, I know.
Yeah.
But everything you did, you believed, you were gullible, you were learning. Your part was wonderful. Your part was a once in a lifetime role.
I agree. You're right about
you were brilliant in it.
When you do innocent, a lot of people think that the hardest part of acting is crying or angry, and it's nonsense. People get accolades a lot for the anger that they play on screen and the sadness that they play on screen. And quite frankly, that's the easiest thing to draw from,
Easy.
especially the older you get, because you can draw from real life experiences and you can lay it over. Happiness, on the other hand, if you're angry during your day, if you're happy during your day, you can pretend to be angry because you can still be happy to have a job and play anger on screen. There's a fluidity to the emotion of doing that. As an actor, though, if you're having a rough day or your life isn't in a perfect situation or you're exhausted or whatever, playing happiness or openness or sweetness or joy is ice skating uphill. It's really difficult. And Michael, what was necessary for him and that innocence that you're talking about was renewed faith all the time. He had to always have renewed faith. And that means getting hit with the same shovel twice in life for a lot of people. It's why most people don't live that way. And I found on an emotional level, it was the most exhausting part of that character, genuinely, was having to, after something dramatic had happened, go back to the top of the scene where I'm innocent again and do it again and do it again.
You know what? You didn't portray innocence pathetic. And that I liked. Had you been pathetic, I wouldn't have been happy with your character, because gay people are not pathetic.
Right.
Most times, anyway. We are at some times.
True of all people. True of all people.
Yes, of all people.
I told this to Taya a lot of times. You know, Taya and I, we discussed that. She would go back in that show in a minute.
Yeah.
And we discussed who we thought were good and who we loved Peter. Peter does a brilliant job also. He played that flippy fag so well. He was wonderful at it.
Right.
We're gay, we can call him a fag.
Yeah. And I really don't give a shit, because I don't believe in the new thing where words, words, that's bullshit. Anyway, Michelle portrayed the lover as the butch lover wonderfully. Taya, I've talked
the
about
Earth Mother.
Yep, I talked about Taya's performance to Taya's face, and I told her, you were the pretty lesbian. You were good. I didn't like when you went with men, but that was okay because a lot of lesbians do, and she agreed with that. She wasn't happy about sort of betraying her lesbian lover, which, of course, she leaves Michelle for a guy.
At what point?
I would love for somebody, this is a bulletin. Anyone out there with money, please contact Hal. Let Hal get producers to bring this wonderful, fabulous, beautifully acted and written TV show to Netflix or something. You'll make a lot of money with it. The new Queer as Folk is nothing like the old Queer as Folk. The new Queer as Folk has gone, I don't know, to the moon, or I don't know where the fuck it went, but it stinks. I wouldn't watch it another second.
All right, let's go. I want to go.
Wait a minute. You can have it.
I know, but we only have a
I'm
couple
all
of
riled
minutes.
up. I'm all riled.
I know.
What do you mean a couple of minutes?
Because we came on late, and so we only have 13 more minutes, and I have lots of stuff I want to talk
Well,
with him
Hal's
about.
got to come back.
He will come back.
I'll come back, absolutely.
So I want to.
Couple of things I want to address in that. One is I agree about language. I think anytime you allow someone to take your self-worth by any word they say to you, you are giving power away. So, and you make, I believe people make a decision about what something means before it happens. Your emotions don't come first, your thoughts do. So if my friend calls me a dickhead versus a stranger, it's not the word that does anything to me. I know my friend is joking. I know the stranger doesn't know me. So I've made a decision about when someone insults me, before I feel anything. And so I think that one of the worst things allies can do is to insist that, oh my God, when they call you that, they dehumanize you. To be on the side of effectively the person who's swearing at you or calling you something and saying that person has power, you don't. I don't agree. It will always be that you're like the words bounce off because if I'm by your side and I'm your friend and I'm your ally, my argument is always going to be that doesn't mean anything. I'm here and I'm your friend. And that has meaning. What the fuck they say doesn't matter.
Absolutely. I'm from Brooklyn. You know how we used to greet each other? Hey, fucko, how you feeling?
That's right.
Hey, fucko, hey, fuckface, what's going on?
That's
and
right.
Nobody thought anything of it.
Right.
I mean,
yeah.
I have
even the people who like getting fucked in the face, which is the interesting thing.
I have friends that.
That's hilarious.
I have friends that I call whores. Oh, you old whore.
Sure. Sure.
And it means nothing. They're just words. It depends on what you put behind it. If you put a bullet behind it, it's bad.
Right, exactly. But anything short of that.
Say it as a joke or as a listen, when I call somebody a fuck, it's affection.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm from Brooklyn. I call Jimmy a fuck about 10 times.
He calls me a fuck all the time. We've been married for 10 years.
Yeah, I keep saying, Jimmy, slow down, you fuck, you're driving too fast. It doesn't mean bad.
Right. Well, that's what I mean. The words, it's because you've made a choice about what the words mean to you and to other people. Right. And that's the distinction. And if you give that power away, and this happens around pronouns a lot, where people like, if they don't say my pronouns right, they don't respect who I am. Well, first of all, you don't need their respect to have respect for yourself. And so, and the more you rely on the respect of others for your self-worth, the more you weaken not only you, but if it's about a group that you're a part of, it drags them down with you as well. So that's always been my concern with that, as it's popped up. But
No, I really-
you and I could talk about this all day. I have no doubt.
Let me change
Bucko.
this up. Let me
No,
change-
because I have
wait,
stuff
I'm
on.
going
We got like 8 minutes.
I'm
Come
going
on.
to say one thing. Jimmy, I'm going to punch you in your
I have
fucking
lots of
face.
things. I got a whole page of shit I want to talk to him about.
Wait, how?
Yes.
No lying. I really enjoy your work. What can I see next?
Well, I'm.
What have you
a
got
lot-
for me?
Sexy Liberal is this Saturday. With Stephanie Miller, we're on live on tour. I also, during the current unpleasantness, right at the beginning of lockdown, I started doing a daily live stream to help people deal with the politics and the stuff that's going on. So until production comes back and that kind of stuff, this is what I've been doing. And as a comedian, as a political wonk, it's kind of the perfect thing for me. So I do a live stream every day, 5 days a week at infotainmentwars.com. That's my YouTube channel. And 3 times a week in the mornings, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And then on Saturdays, I've had a radio show for almost 12 years now.
Wow.
And I talk politics and all that kind of stuff out of Chicago on WCPT. And I also live stream that on my YouTube channel and my Twitch channel as well. So from that, I've just decided, I was always, as a comic, always sort of self-determinative about my art. I have a love of the game thing where I can do whatever I want and the next project will come. And since my goal in life as an actor is to be the oldest guy in the movie,
that's me. That's me.
Yeah, that's what I want.
82.
That's right.
I'm the oldest one on the set.
Right. That's that's my goal, is to be, Hume Cronin or Burgess Meredith in my career. That's where I want to go. So I just hump while I'm, I pick projects that will move me down the field in that direction, as opposed to a cul-de-sac and gone. So I'm very picky about that stuff, especially after Queer as Folk and whatever.
I totally want to work
One other
with you.
fast question. Are you still friends, and do you see any of the cast from Queer as Folk?
Yes. So the one I probably see the most is Scott Lowell, who played Ted. And then I'll see Peter along with him because they're very close. A lot of times it's at either premieres of things or at political gatherings. Same thing with Michelle Clooney. She's in LA and we'll see her. She plays Melanie in the show. For reasons that you have stated, there's a cast member or two that I don't. But Bobby Gant, I will say, who played my husband on the show, played Michael's husband, is amazing and a terrific human being and a great actor. And the sweetness and the truth of that relationship is largely possible because Bobby is such a giving dude. And as a gay man working with a straight guy in a relationship like that, the sort of co-respect we had as human beings for both our relationships and what we wanted to accomplish with this show were so in line that I just felt like I could trust him in all these relationship scenes and to not just, because people focus on sex scenes and stuff like that, but in the depth of the relationship that you can really, Bobby's one of those people you can really fall in love with as a human being. So it was easy to create a space for Michael to do that. It was really nice. So
he kind of thinks Gail is shit too.
No, I find the entire cast to have been well fit. Gail's not working, so you know what?
He probably is. You don't know that.
Yeah, he's not. Where is he? I never see him.
Yeah, but there's so many channels. He could be on one of those
channels. Do you have any idea the shitstorm I get when this conversation comes up?
No, we're not going to talk about it anymore.
He's on channel nobody.
So real quick.
But anyway,
actually, but I will say this: the show is so important that no matter what issues I have or with any cast member here, that is the one area where I would work with everybody again because the show's that important.
Absolutely.
Well, you're a professional. Of course you would.
Well, except I'm a professional, but outside of that, that is not necessarily true. I wouldn't do any other projects.
Right.
Only that.
One.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
that would be
well, how? You've got clout. Get this friggin' show back on the air.
Well,
Seriously.
Apparently they think I'm too old and unfit to. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, right. Meanwhile, listen to me. Your audience from that show also have grown old, and we are curious to see what has become of you. Who are you with? What happened to Taya? What happened to Michelle?
Sure, I agree.
Creep. We all want to know what happens in that show.
I
You
agree.
got a wonderful show going there. Please, producers. Jimmy's a producer. Jimmy, see what you could do. Work with Hal.
I want to work with him on some other shit.
Yeah, you're going to be in one of Jimmy's
I love
movies.
it. I'm
I've
for
got
it.
I want to work opposite
I have like
you.
18 movies I'm in the middle of production.
Yeah, and I'm going to
on.
work opposite you. I always play a cop.
So hold on, I want to like talk real quick.
arrest
We
you.
only got a couple of minutes.
Love it.
First of all, well, one thing
Okay.
Ron doesn't know, and we have to find it.
What?
He was on an issue. He was on an episode of Famously Afraid on the Travel Channel to describe his experience with alien abduction. I saw it, but he's never seen it. But that's a
Oh
cool
yeah,
thing.
you gotta watch it. It's a long story. It's because I used to write for a sci-fi writer in the 90s. That was one of my, instead of waiting tables, I taught kung fu and I had industry production jobs, and I ghost wrote for a sci-fi writer, the only one in the world who doesn't read. So I read all the source material for these things and did all the research and panicked myself into a corner reading like every like scrap UFO book. It's worth watching. It's probably on YouTube someplace. We won't take up time.
Oh, I
but you'll enjoy it.
definitely will. Anything dealing with UFO is up my alley.
And
If
so
you-
I one thing I want to say kudos to you because you're like an advocate for the LGBTQ community, even though you're not gay, and it didn't pigeonhole you. You know, you did Lab Rats, which I watched
Yeah,
a
but
couple
you know
episodes.
what?
Hang on, please let me talk.
The fact that he's not gay made the gays even want
Yeah,
him
I
more.
know. Oh, I know that, but I'm
because
saying
they
it's-
want straight
No,
guys.
but he's still involved.
You know,
and that's
gay
what I-
guys don't want gay guys. They want straight guys. Meanwhile, you look handsome still. You got a great body. What are you
Great
talking
teeth.
about? Yeah, you're not.
Oh,
you, don't,
thanks.
you don't look any older. Get rid of the ponytail.
I know,
and
I
you-
like the
No,
ponytail.
if he's doing queer as folk, well, I guess nowadays.
Yeah, it's the one thing I would cut the hair for. I would say this. I would have to cut the hair for the show if I did it because Michael wouldn't have long hair because people would think it was gay. That's the interesting thing about a character who's largely in the closet most of his life. It
And he
would
was
not
like
be
an
something he would do.
like an altar boy. You were like an altar boy.
Yeah, that's also where we split ways.
Michael, you're terrific.
So hang on.
Wait, I liked you when I met you, and I like you more now.
No, I actually like him more now. I think it's very
Yeah, but
cool.
you never met him.
I never met him, but I've been tweeting with him for years.
I had
Right.
a long conversation with him. He doesn't remember me. I was polite. That's why he doesn't remember me.
That's right.
And-
I only
and I
remember the
didn't
rude
feel-
ones from long ago, right?
I had black hair then. It was years ago. My hair was black.
There you go.
I was with Taya and Michelle, and I believe it was Peter's
Was that a-
movie premiere. It
I
was
wanna
by
say-
Mark.
It's a TV show. It's not a movie.
Well,
And I think it was. I want to say it was at a house or something afterwards, like
No,
the party afterwards
it
or
was
something.
the vodka. The vodka people threw it. It was a major
Oh,
event in
Right,
Hollywood.
maybe it's the Hollywood Athletic Club or whatever, or that
Something-
one place
it was
on.
a big arena, and it
Okay.
was thrown by the vodka. Absolute
Okay.
vodka threw it. And as I said, Peter played a young boy in a little town who was gay, and the hardships that he had. He wrote it and starred in it, and I
Right.
enjoyed that film.
It's his TV series, I think. Though.
No, this was a feature film, a movie.
Gotcha.
It wasn't a TV series.
Anyway, so hold on. So you're big. So you gotta give us the Zoltan hand gesture.
Oh, that. Yeah,
There we go. You guys, dude, where's my car?
that's right. Came out the same weekend as Queer as Folk. Literally, both of those things debuted the exact same weekend. Like and if anything sets off the diversity of a career better than that, I don't know what it is. Because I literally had Dude, Where's My Car, Queer as Folk happening Friday to Sunday in the same weekend, just in December. Yeah, so I was very proud of that. And the nice thing about that thing is I made it up. I created that little hand symbol because they needed something for the Zoltan thing, and they couldn't.
And now, like the Pittsburgh Steelers or Pittsburgh Pirates.
That's right. Yeah,
right?
the Pittsburgh Pirates do it when they hit a home run or a base hit or something like that. And soccer players all over the world will do it as well. It's just so random to have that kind of odd that like. And this should be a warning to Hollywood producers. A, if you don't cast me in something, people hate it. But also, if you do cast me in something, there's always something magical attached. Whether it's Dude, Where's My Car, or Queer as Folk, or Lab Rats, or the I Love This. Like I barely do anything that's my own thing, anyways, that I'm a major part of that doesn't have some sort of like cultural stamp on it. I mean, not the least of which is like Lab Rats itself was just a joy to do. But, Angel Parker, who was my wife on that show, she and I are the first biracial lead couple in an American sitcom. Like, that's crazy that it took that long and that it was Disney XD.
Right.
But I
Okay,
couldn't.
Hal, I
we
want to
gotta go,
say
we gotta go.
I want to say one thing.
Mhm.
Anybody can give a good performance in one movie. You know, we can do one movie and give a great performance.
Sure.
But to give a series, as long as your series ran,
Mhm.
Queer as Folk,
And Lab Rats.
wait a minute, and to be exceptionally good every single week and never miss a beat,
Mhm.
that's a true actor. So if any of you idiots out there need a good actor, get Hal. Don't go
Thank
with
you.
the other jerk. There's so many
That's true.
so many shitty actors out there I see on screen. I want to vomit.
So we got to go.
Get a good actor.
But they-
So everybody,
Hey.
this is Hal Sparks' Instagram and Twitter. Both of them are both Hal Sparks. His website
Right.
is halsparks.com.
Yeah.
And,
Infotainmentwars.com is my YouTube stream. I'll be on at 3:00 my time after this. And I would also we'll do this again because I think there's a longer conversation to be had
Yeah,
here.
you're coming back. You're definitely coming
Yes.
back. But you know when
I
you're
love-
coming back, you're going to come back to tell us about the new TV show you're on. Queer as
That's right.
Folk.
we're
Well,
gonna
I
come
have to get-
Wait,
I
Queer
have
as
to get
Folk 2. Queer as
I
Folk
have
2.
Right. I have to get a new agent first because apparently my agency has been eaten by another one. So I'm now.
No,
Yeah.
we'll be in touch and we'll have you back in a couple of weeks to do it again.
Definitely, Hal. You're
I love
terrific.
it. I love
Hey,
it. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Where,
care,
yeah, what we have to do a sit down where I'm in the same room as you guys at some point because I just have to see all the props
Well,
behind
then you have to
Oh,
come
yeah.
to Palm Springs.
Yeah, this is
right.
This is my
Yeah.
office.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Look at that, and the Beavis and Butthead poster.
Oh
and
no, the whole room has got. There's thousands of action figures in the whole room.
When you
I'm for it.
come to Palm
We'll
Springs
do dinner.
on a Wednesday. I'll make a nice Italian dinner for you. I cook.
We'll make it happen. I
we'll have
insist.
we'll have you right here in between us.
Hal,
I think
thank
it's
you
great.
so much.
Love you. Thank you,
Take
guys.
care, Hal.
Appreciate it.
Bye-bye,
Thank you for
Hal.
Hey,
having
everybody,
me.
thanks so much.
Thank you for a
tuning
good
in.
interview.
You guys,
Thank
thanks
you.
Of course.
so much. We'll see you next week, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Can turn out to be so wrong. Yeah, we in the mix. Yeah, we in the mix. It's another episode. Here we go. The Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. Interviewing the hottest, newest, and truest up to date celebrities. Make sure to subscribe so you can get notified weekly. Jimmy Star, he's the king of cool. Ron Russell, he's a gorgeous dude. Chat room is live and you would be a fool not to vibe with us at the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. So come watch it live on W4CY Radio. Miss some past episodes? Download on iTunes. The Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. It's the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell.